Hey guys, I just wanted to post a short video of me explaining what a school psychologist is to me. I posted some other resources, but it might be more useful to hear it rather than just read it off of a PowerPoint because you're probably reading a lot of those right now. Just generally, what is a school psychologist? A lot of people have misconceptions about what a school psychologist is and what they do. The best definition that I have heard is that school psychologists are child advocates. And that is the best definition because no matter what the role the school psychologist is playing in that certain scenario, they are advocating for the child to have the best educational service and plan that they need. So, with that comes a lot of involvement with special education. Now, a lot of people say that school psychologists are special education, like key holders. They get the students in and out of special education, which is kind of true, kind of not true. It's only a very small aspect of what we do. What is a school psychologist not? A school psychologist is not a guidance counselor, which a lot of people think, and we are not clinical psychologists. So, guidance counselors are more for preparing their educational track, like they sign you up for classes, they talk to you if you have problems, stuff like that. Clinical psychology, we don't let the students just sit on a couch and talk to us and we counsel them. That's not what we're trained in. So, those are two things that we are not. What do we do then as school psychologists? We work with students, and through working with students, the most stereotypically known job of a school psychologist is assessments. We test them for any learning disabilities or emotional or behavioral problems that they may need services for in the school system. So this is cognitive testing, achievement testing, social emotional testing. We give them a lot of different activities and testing, and we score them and decide where they may have deficits, where they have strengths, and what they might need help with. So we can also work with teachers, and this is through consultation. And consultation is when a teacher is having a hard time with a student and they've tried their own intervention strategies, but nothing seems to be working. And this can be for academics or behavioral issues. So if they come to a school psychologist, the school psychologist can give them scientifically based intervention strategies for their student, for their classroom. We are trained in these areas and given lots of intervention strategies throughout our education, so we can help with that. We also work with the administration, so we work with all areas of the school system. Through administration, school psychologists work with systems level support, they work with trauma, they do advocacy work for mental health and other related fields. If there is a suicide threat, or if there is a bomb threat, or if something actually does happen at the school, hopefully not, like something violent or what have you, then the school psychologist is there to provide support because we are trained in mental health. We are one of those that are very trained in the areas that will help with those scenarios. So how do we get trained? How do we become school psychologists? You have to go to an APA or NASP accredited program. So that's the American Psychological Association or National Association of School Psychologists. It has to be accredited or it doesn't really count. So make sure that you're going to a program that has one of those two accreditations. Ours is both, I believe. And different states will vary on their requirements, but usually you need at least an education specialist degree or a master's degree. So most of the time you need a little bit more than a master's degree. That's what that specialist degree is, but you don't need your doctorate. You can get your doctorate, you just don't need it to practice, which is nice. Pros of being a school psychologist is that there are tons of openings. Every county needs more school psychologists. There's not going to be a county not looking for more. It has a solid schedule. You're on a nice kind of teacher schedule. You might have to work a little bit in the summer just because you have to prepare for the next school year, but teachers do too. Teachers don't always get all the summer off. It's a decent salary. It's nice. It's stable. The median, I believe, is like $70,000, and for only getting maybe 3 extra years of school, that's pretty good. It also depends on where you go, what state, what county. You have to look that up for yourself. So sometimes you might get paid a little bit more than what a teacher would get paid, But since you have those extra degrees, you might be on the teacher pay scale, but you might get paid more since you have those degrees. If you go to a very wealthy state, you might be getting that $70,000 to $90,000 range. It just depends. So I hope this helped you get to know what I think a school psychologist is a little bit more, maybe a more practical view of it. Be sure to check out nasponline.org. I believe that's the website, and it has any answers to any question you might have.